Hey everybody, welcome to Morphin Grid. I'm pretty sure that sounded like words. I'm Josh.
I'm Jake.
This week we're watching an episode. Today, we're back on a regular schedule, right?
Sort of. This would be a Monday episode, which would make the next episode a Friday episode. You know, that's how we do things around here. But the next episode is the first part of a two-parter. So this might be a this week, and then we have a little bonus episode that we could use Friday.
This time, we're talking about we're watching and talking about episode 48 because the numbers coincide.
Yep.
Plague of the Mantis
aired February 17th, 1994. And there's a real big gap between this one and the next episode. It was like a week between this and the next one. So I don't know what happened during that week. But the next one, kind of a big episode. So maybe they're like, we need some space. We need some time. Anyway, if you're new here, thanks for coming.
Are you waiting for me?
I'm feeling it out. I'm feeling the waters because you got a little mad. I don't know if this is going to be another little thing.
No, it's fine. I'm good. I got some water.
If you're new here, what we do is we pause the recording, we go watch an episode of Power Rangers, and we come back and we talk about it for a while. I'm really hoping this one we don't talk about for an hour and a half because I edited last week's episode, or the last episode this morning, and it took a long time, and I don't like that. So we're going to go watch Plague of the Mantis now. You guys can watch along. It's on Netflix. It's still episode 48, but it's
after Crystal of Nightmares.
Yeah, I think this is where it evens out for the rest of the season. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So if you have the DVDs, which are available via Shout Factory, they're at Walmart's. I've seen them at Target, so you can get them.
Seen Zeo at Target.
Presumably before that,
right?
the Mighty Morphin was there. It's Morphin time! And we're back. We just watched Plague of the Mantis. A little light on the plague. 0 plagues.
Yeah.
There's only 2 manti in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it could have been called something else bug-related. We'll get to that later, though. So before we start, morphingrid.tumblr.com is our website. It should be up to date. I'm only one behind as of the recording, so I should be up by the time you hear this because it's a weekend away. So go check that out. I got fun little links and pitches. If you want to email us, you can do that littleidiots.morphingrid@gmail.com. We are on Twitter at Morphingrid. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/themorphingrid, and we're on iTunes if you want to leave us a rating or review. That would help us out a lot because the more people that rate/review, the more people see it, the more people listen. I almost said watch, but you can't watch audio unless you have synesthesia, which I don't think many of you do.
Turn the visualizer on.
I mean, yeah. They're not the same as they used to be.
Are there people
that do that?
That just put the visualizer on and just watch it?
I imagine.
I bet there are. That's weird.
I don't know if there's anybody listening to our podcast that does that. If you do, email us.
Give us a screenshot. I want to know what our voices look like.
I don't think most visualizers actually change to the
music
anymore? To the music or the audio anymore. They're just like, here is some sort of Aurora Borealis. Bye.
Or it's like a super complicated algorithm in the way that it changes with the music, that it's not just like a beat meter like it used to be.
It doesn't look good anymore. It doesn't look like music. So we're going to jump right into it in the interest of brevity. Okay, so we start off with Trini and Mr. Miyagi doing...
I think it's Mr. Lee. I think is his name.
Yeah, his name is... It's Master Lee, because he is a kung fu master.
You have a katana, because now I need to go commit seppuku.
Actually, you don't commit seppuku with a katana. You do it with a tanto.
I'm thinking of what I'm going to call Harry Carey. I know that's not how you say it.
Seppuku is with the tiny little one called a tanto. Tanto? I'm probably wrong about that.
I'm wrong about Harry Carey, and I don't even care. That's the one when you cut a Z in your guts.
That's basically seppuku. I think that might be the same thing.
That might be the same thing.
I don't know. I've never had to.
Whatever.
I've never shamed my family.
That's your kung fu lesson for the day, kids.
You're welcome from two white dudes.
I never took karate.
Me either.
Or any martial art.
We were too poor. Then we finally had money.
Yep.
So my little brother took karate. She is learning Mantis style from Mr. Miyagi, and she can't get the like.
She's doing her best impression of Billy from episode 1.
Right, she can't do the. That's exactly what I thought. It's like she can't just get her arms to move a little bit, and that frustrates her. And then Master Lee, who looks like a wicked severe dude, is like, "Trini, bro, what's up? What's going on? You gotta move your hands different." And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, what is Mantis style about? And she's like, it's about fairness and fighting your opponents in equal numbers.
They take a break from posturing,
yes,
to test her mind,
right? Because it's all connected.
Yeah.
And so he's like, what is it about? And she's like, fairness and equal numbers,
attacking your enemy with equal numbers.
Which is, I've never seen more than one Mantis in one place at one time. I don't think they're ever worried about equal numbers. Also, like he said something about them being peaceful, like Mantises being peaceful or something. And like, they kill after they mate. Like that's their thing, is that they cut your head off and eat it.
Yeah.
Not your head. Their mates.
Well, I've never mated one, so.
Well, obviously you still have your head. So that's, I get a little bit ahead of myself. Because he's like, here's a gross bug to help you practice.
Right. And his reasoning is the mantis is a peaceful creature that is always ready to defend itself.
Right.
So it's kind of like me in that it's super flinchy. Like
I don't think that's what he meant.
No, it's not. I just want to feel good about it.
I'm sure there are some bugs who are like that. You just got to find your own, which Bulk and Skull do.
Blah.
This episode was really good. I really enjoyed it until the very end, which I saw coming pretty much from the jump, and I did not like it. Bulk and Skull, speaking of, are like, all we got to do is find a bug and make a karate style based on that, and then charge people a bunch of moolah. And then Bulk makes a really weird face.
He makes a lot of really weird faces.
There's a lot of weird faces. They are acting really hard in this episode. They're not acting as hard as Brie Bella was on Monday, but they're acting pretty...
Did you see the Fallout video?
No.
Oh, God. Eden's backstage, like, trying to interview her. Brie Bella.
Yeah.
She's like, Brie, do you have any thoughts on what just happened? And Brie's just like, and then runs away.
Why did they do that to Brie Bella? Why did they make her sad crying girl?
I get if she was sad.
Why is Eva Marie more emotionally competent right now than Brie Bella?
She should have got mad. Or if she didn't get mad on Monday, which she didn't, she should get mad this week. Like, she should stop being sad about it. Start being mad that her sister's being so stupid and, like...
I don't know what's going on with them.
Because this ends with them fighting.
Obviously,
it's wrestling.
It has
of course
to. Yeah,
it does.
everything ends in violence. I'm hoping that after the way she's acting, I'm hoping Nikki trucks her. I'm hoping Nikki
German
spanks her.
suplexes her 17 times.
Wrong Bella boyfriend. Because then John would have like flashbacks watching the match. I don't think he watches her matches. Anyway, so they're like, yeah, we'll do. Back to Power Rangers. They're like, we'll do a bug martial art. And at this time, Skull has milkshake that he just got. So I think you can see where this is going. Within 2 seconds, Bulk has it on his face.
He's doing karate with a milkshake in his hand like an idiot. And he's like, but he's not just like posturing. And he's like tossing it around. And then, but that's fine because he catches it. It's just the last pose he makes, he throws the hand that's holding it backwards.
All over Bulk.
All over Bulk, obviously.
So this is like a minute into it, maybe, and we've already got Bulk getting
this
yucky.
This episode has been on for like maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, so, yeah. On the one hand, last week I complained about how I'm sick of them just, they show up, yucky things happen, they leave.
Right.
this, like, immediately I was like, oh, great. This is all the Bulk and Skull stuff. But it wasn't.
No, we got a lot of good stuff.
They got out of the way early, which, like, I don't know if they have to do that. Is there a checklist? Or, like, kids love it. Kids love it when Bulk and Skull get stuff on their faces.
Saban is Vince McMahon, right?
Yes. And he thinks this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he hates Paul Schreier, I guess. I don't know. I don't know for sure. So we jump up to the moon, and Rita is like, oh, Trini wants to learn Mantis Kung Fu, huh? I'm going to make a Mantis monster.
XYZ, eh?
Boom. So but the notable thing about this is there are pretty killer mouth matches. There's like,
Finster make me a monster.
Finster make me a monster. I'm pretty sure she just said Finster make me a monster. That matched up. There's a couple times later where like I think they actually had a script going into it.
There's
maybe
my favorite when Rita sticks out her tongue. And they go, That's not a mouth match. It's just really funny.
Rita is surprisingly juvenile.
Juvenile, yeah.
For someone who is bare minimum 10,000 years old.
Well, if she aged in human years until she got to where she was and then just like stopped for 10,000 years,
she's still like 30.
She's, like, between 30 and 40 somewhere.
Like 25 minimum? I don't think
she would be that young. She's like 33, 34.
Who knows? She's 10,000.
That's my best guess. She's 10,000 and 34 probably.
And loves sticking her tongue out. So we're going to do what was Kimberly wearing. She got a pink dress on and a pink choker.
I don't like this choker.
And it's got like a bell on it.
It's like a cat collar.
It looks like a cat collar. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
I like chokers as a rule, but I don't like this one because it's just a collar. It's like a pet collar.
And it's like, it's not flat.
No, it's like a flea collar.
It's like circular. Like it's like a tube with a bell on it. It's weirdly dehumanizing. I don't like it. So then, I have in my notes, pink choker with bell? Trini walks up to the table where everyone is like, man, Trini's doing real great at Kung Fu.
Zach says, Trini looks good, huh?
So I guess she's moved on from Billy then? I guess that's over?
There's like, yes, and we're going to talk about that. Because there's like a second of truly watch, but then at the end it's definitely track. There's definitely some track action.
Traction? So Trini walks up and she puts her mantis cage on the table. Also, by the way, it's like 1 second into this, I was like, I remember every single thing about this episode.
I did not. I do now that we've watched it. Yeah. I remember watching it before, but I just quit. I just from like the first few seconds, I didn't.
No, like as soon as I saw her and Mr. Miyagi, I was like, "Oh, this one." Like I didn't get it from Plague of the Mantis, like being in the title. That never connected anything. But Mr. Miyagi, I was like, "Oh, of course." So she puts her mance. Got a lot of mance going on. She puts her mantis on the table, and Zach immediately is like, "Oh, get that thing away from me! Oh my god!" Because Zach still hates bugs. It's not.
Great.
It's not mouth agape fear.
No, he's
like
not
usual.
Screaming at it as loud as he can.
Which shows character growth. Is that now he's just like, get away. But like, I love that they
remember that
this tracks. Like he still hates bugs. That's great. I wish wrestling did this more often. And even when they try to do it, the problem is they have conditioned people to only remember 6 weeks. So when Nate walks up to Randy Orton, he's like, "Let me tell you something, Orton," and Randy Orton's like, "Get out of here, or I'll show you why they call me the Legend Killer." Everyone's dead silent because A, nobody remembers that they were both in Evolution, and B, nobody remembers that Randy Orton was a Legend Killer, which is real sad.
That is real sad. But those same people will talk to you about the Attitude Era.
As if it were the greatest thing that ever happened. No, it was fine. It averages out to fine.
It was just the most popular period.
The year 2000 was great wrestling, a lot of great stories. That's it. That's the big year
Yeah.
of it. So, and then WrestleMania 17 was like
WrestleMania 2000 was kind of garbage.
yeah,
So
that's the next episode for Attitude Era that's dropping.
yeah, I'm still on like King of the Ring 98.
You're like 2 years behind. Bulk and Skull walk in, and they have helmets on with little antlers
They're
and antennae,
antennae.
not antlers.
They're doing bug foo, not
Stag foo.
stag foo.
And they have a jar full of roaches, because gross. Skull has a question mark on his gi.
I didn't notice
There's like a
that.
bunch of roaches, and then he's got a question mark. He has question marks on a lot of his outfits.
Really?
Now
Now I'm going to keep my eye out for that.
Boy Wonderful is covered in them, I think. There's a bunch. Like it's always just he has one on him somewhere, like in all of his outfits, and I have no idea why. I only notice because I go back and look at the episode for pictures.
Right.
But it's really weird. I want to find out why. I'm going to do some Googles. So they are just dinking around, showing off like roach style. And Zach is not happy about it because there's a jar full of bugs, and immediately you know how this is ending, guys.
Right.
You know where this is going.
Takes
So-
the whole episode to get there, though.
Yeah, but like you knew it from you knew
especially
immediately
from the way Skull was handling the jar.
Yeah.
which is the same way he was handling that milkshake.
Yeah, I'm amazed it didn't happen earlier. But if you haven't guessed already, we'll save it for the end. He's got the jar around Kimberly, and he's like, just like being weird about it, and she is into him.
Here's the thing.
She
Here's
is
what I
into
noticed
Skull.
during this, because Skull like wraps around her, right? And,
Right.
like, so he's got both arms. He's leaning on the table with both arms around her.
Right.
And he slams the jar on the table in front of her. And he's like, "Hey, want to date a cockroach foo master, babe?" And she's like, "I don't date bugs." She was like, "Come back as a man."
She was like,
Because she didn't say, "No, you're gross."
Smiley.
She said, "No, bugs."
she
But
was
like, she was smitten.
she was into him. This is what happens when you leave, Tommy. She figures out her true feelings. This is a portent of the future.
The very near future.
Not very near.
Well,
future.
the very near future is not Skull and Kimberly. It's Tommy. But
Right. Anyway, so they do like a little kung fu demonstration. There's like a point where he like Bulk like pushes the jar at the camera and stares at the camera and makes a goofy face, and I really don't like bugs. I especially don't like them when I can't kill them immediately. So like if there's a roach in my house,
I guarantee those bugs are dead.
well
20
now
years, 20 years later.
you don't know that.
They're roaches.
They could still be out there plotting. The problem I have is that I couldn't crush them immediately. Because if there's a bug in my house, I can kill it. I'm fine.
Right.
If there's just one menacing me that I can't do anything with, my flight or fight reaction gets all confused, and I don't like it. And I just
It's just on the TV.
get creeped out. Look, bugs have been a bad part of my life for like ever. So we go up to the command center, or right before then, Jason's like, "We got to go to the library," and I don't remember why.
Because Bulk and Skull start showing off the cockroach foo, and Jason's like, "We gotta get it the heck out of here."
We gotta go. So then we go to the command center, and Alpha's like, "Zordon, there's a disturbance in the woods." What are you scanning the woods for?
He's just scanning Angel Grove.
Just like
Just
constantly?
to look for disturbances.
Disturbances? And Zordon's like, "Oh, Trini's right there. Tell her." And so Trini gets told that there is some sort of thing happening. They don't even say monster. Like they're not,
They can't tell what it is.
because like what else if it shows up on
if
their
the command center
scanners?
is scanning it, what else is it?
Here, like best case scenario, it's a bear. And now Trini's got to deal with a bear.
Trini could take a bear.
I'm pretty sure Trini can take a bear. She sweep the leg, kick it in the face. Trini investigates. There's a mantis monster, obviously. She morphs. And then they start like...
Here's the thing. Let's go back.
Okay, we're going back.
Because they're like, there's a disturbance in the woods, right?
Right.
So send Trini. She's right there. She'll go check it out. Trini goes and checks it out. But Trini gets there and sees the thing teleport in.
Right. How did the scanner happen? Tachyons. They teleport via tachyons, which travel back in time and alert the Morphin grid's scanners.
Or like
command center
they were
scanners.
teleporting them, and it takes a second, right? So the scanner can tell when like that space is distorted.
Right. Well, if it scans downward, right, like if it scans looking down, the teleportation beam is gonna go all the way up.
Right.
So like it's gonna hit the ground before the thing teleports there.
Right.
Or tachyons. Or
I don't know.
Or it's just Power Rangers, you
It's
guys.
just Power Rangers. Just Power Rangers being Power Rangers.
Being Power Rangers. So she morphs. They start fighting. Mantis cuts down trees, which is really cool. Like the first one just like falls down, but the second one happens in battle.
There's one weird thing because she sees it. She's like, "That's a monster. I gotta morph." That's fine. She morphs. We're still fine. And then we jump to the new footage, right?
Right.
And it's just the Yellow Ranger like flipping around for a good like 20 seconds.
Just like in the woods.
She just like does a backflip, like she morphs into a backflip, I guess, and then she's like jumping and like doing other flippy things the whole time. She's just going, yeah, and then the Mantis is like, hey, let's fight.
Stop that! Whatever you're doing, it's freaking me out. I didn't notice that.
It was weird. A weird
the Mantis, like I said, cuts down trees, and the second one happens while they're fighting, like super casually. He just cuts down a tree on accident, which is really cool to me because it's like these aren't just they. It's not like in a video game or in a cartoon where it's like that's the thing that's a different color that's gonna move.
Right.
You know, it's like this cut down a tree after missing her, and they didn't address it. So like.
Right.
It just shows you how dangerous they're offhandedly dangerous, and I like that. At one point, she's like, "I gotta watch out for its kung fu."
Yep.
So, well, yeah, you do, Trini. It's trying to kill you, and then the Rangers morph in. Right? Is that what happens?
Yeah, because before she morphs, she tells Zordon to alert the other Rangers.
Right, and then and so they come in, and that's why Trini says, "Watch out for that kung fu," because she's saying it to the other Rangers, right? And then Mantis pulls like the best thing it could have done. It goes, "You have no honor,"
and then leaves.
So
I'm not gonna fight you with
like
no honor.
Because like that is just like punching Trini in her core, right? Because all she's been talking about today is honor and fair fights.
Right.
And it's like you're a liar, and then we jump up to the moon where Rita goes, "The Mantis has shamed Trini's family," or no, Trini has shamed her family. Or something like
I
that.
think it's just the Mantis has shamed Trini.
Yeah, okay, yes. The Mantis
so it's just Trini with a sign hanging on her neck that says, "I fought with my friends against one Mantis."
Oh, it's so great. I loved it. Like, it's a little racist, but I love that it's...
Right.
Like, shame is this huge problem this week. They've never had a problem fighting 5-on-1 before.
It's only racist because they
Kimberly
used Trini.
Or no, it's Trini. Yeah.
Because anybody could be learning Mantis Kung Fu.
Right.
Like, which the point of it, for the purpose of this episode anyway, I don't even know if it's a real thing. I'm sure there's some kind of Mantis style.
Yeah.
But like, so the purpose of it is just
There's
honor.
One of the Kung Fu Panda characters is a Mantis, so I imagine that's a style.
One of them's also a panda. Is there a panda?
Well, no, he's the new one.
Oh, okay.
So, but there's a viper.
I never noticed that all the characters were fighting styles until right now.
Yeah. One of them's a crane. One of them's a monkey.
There's a tiger.
And a tiger. I don't know what that little rabbit panda is. The little tiny baby panda. The old man baby panda. I don't know what.
A red panda.
Right. Tanuki, maybe. It's not Tanuki.
It's not a tanuki.
Anyway.
I forgot where we were.
Mantis style, real thing.
Right, so the point for this episode is honor and fairness, which could have been any of them. They just picked Trini.
Which I kind of like because she's the one that will...
But she's the one who's that kind of focused.
Right.
Like, that's just her character traits.
Yeah.
So obviously she's the one who's trying to learn Mantis Kung Fu.
Right.
Like,
she's just trying to learn a new style because she wants
Zach's
to learn.
not going to want to learn Mantis Kung Fu. That looks
No.
boring.
No, you don't dance at all during that. Kimberly does not have the patience for some old dude to talk at her
Right.
while they slowly posture. She doesn't know any karate. She
No,
knows
she's just a gymnast.
she's a gymnast and she can fight.
Yeah.
Billy
Learned to fight from Jason.
and then Howard, Uncle Howard.
And Uncle Howard.
Remember Uncle Howard?
Yeah.
That was a weird episode. Okay, so then we go back to the juice bar where they're all, or maybe they're in the command center?
I think they're in the command center.
They're in the command center. My note is just Zach hates bugs so much because they talk about it and he's, oh, that's why. It's because Trini's like, I shouldn't have fought 5-on-1. I should have just taken it by myself.
Right.
And Zach's like, who cares? Kill that monster.
He's like, that's a big bug monster. That's gross. You kill it.
We
Any means necessary.
We should get fire to kill it with.
We should recruit 5 other teenagers to fight this giant bug.
I really like that because in the last bug episode, in the one with the giant spider monster, I think it was just called Itsy Bitsy Spider, he just is like, hey, that statue might be evil. I'm going to shoot it with my giant gun. And like when he was in charge for like a minute during maybe either the Green Candle or one of the Green with Evils,
Yeah.
he was like, forget that thing. We're going to Megazord right now. It's not even big yet.
Right.
Let's kill it. Because he doesn't care about Zordon's rules when he wants to get things done.
Right.
Which I
I
like.
think that was Green with Evil, because don't they go into Megazord to scare the Green Ranger away? Or because the Green Ranger's murdering them so hard?
Maybe, because Jason is occupied, because Zach...
Because I know they go into Megazord fighting just regular-sized Green Ranger.
Yeah, that must be what I'm thinking of then.
And Jason might be in the Dark Dimension at that point, so that might be
Yes.
what it was.
That's what it is. So yeah, he's just like, turn to the Megazord and step on this dude.
Right.
I hate him. Then we go back to the juice bar where 2 people are like, bye, Ernie, and then they leave. I don't know why they have weird voices. It's super dubbed.
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
like...
It's not those 2 people
No.
talking, that's for sure. Or that one person, because there's only one voice. I think.
One voice, but
Weird.
2 people leave at the same time. And so then an evil note teleports down that Ernie notices. And he's like, Trini, this note's for you. And she reads it, and she's like, I have
She
to
gets
go.
like oddly excited.
She's like, I have to go.
It's like, but like when he's like, "There's a note for you," she gets this look on her face, like when I get a package.
Right. I got a thing.
She does a couple weird things in this episode. Not weird because she gets really excited about this note, and then later on, I think it's at the end, like, yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. I'll save it.
Okay. Yeah, this note is very problematic, and I'll talk about it in just a second. We go over to Bulk and Skull it's still in the juice bar, and they're like, we need to like watch them and practice what they do. And then the next thing I can remember is Bulk on the ground, upside down, twitching like on his back.
Skull on his back.
That's what I meant to say. And Bulk's like, not the dead ones, you dummy. He has a jar full of half. Some of them are dead,
Some
I
of them are
guess,
dead.
because there's no air.
Right.
So that's a good thing to emulate. You need air.
He was like on the stairs too.
Yeah, like hanging
He's
off.
like kind of wiggling a little bit down the stairs. Cockroach foo.
Cockroach Foo. Look how deadly he is. Their Cockroach Foo is actually pretty funny. All the weird little like dancey movements they do, where they like twinkle toes over. We go to the quarry where Trini is there, and
Yes.
so is the Mantis, who is offering her a fight.
Because she runs in there and she's like, Master Lee, where are you? And then the Mantis is like, he's not here, but I'm here. LOL.
You've been pranked. She's like, I give you my word as a kung fu master that this will be a fair fight. And so Trini morphs and they start fighting.
Right, because immediately the Mantis is like, you have no honor. And then Trini's like, no, you're a monster. It's just that I can't trust you. Like, that's what the problem was.
And she's like, I give you my word as a kung fu. So this monster that was just made is a kung fu master.
He was carved as a kung fu master.
Yes. I guess it's the intent whatever you want it to be when you put it in the Monster-matic, it comes out as.
Maybe there's some dials that we just never see him adjust.
Right. Oh, give this one Kung Fu Mastery. Just keep that turned up the whole time. Because this monster did pretty good. So, like,
Yeah.
just always have Kung Fu Master
Probably
on.
turn them all up if you have knobs that
Right?
only raise abilities.
We want this one to be dumb. That would be funny.
You get Pudgy Pig.
Now you
It's got, the hunger dial is all the way up, but that's it.
That was it. So then we go back to the juice bar where they're like, hey, have you seen the ranger's like, hey, have you seen Trini? And he's like, yeah, she's got this note and then left it here so you could find it, I guess.
For plot convenience.
For plot convenience. So they read it and they go, it's like, Trini, please meet me at the quarry immediately. Master Lee. Okay, here's this is problematic.
It's meet me at the quarry for special training.
For special training. This note is problematic because it's from Master Lee. It's from an old man asking a young girl to come to a quarry
For special
for
training.
special training. That is not okay. Kids, don't go to a quarry with an old man. Don't meet an old man at a quarry. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I am amazed that no one in the room, I guess in the 90s it wasn't as big a problem.
Well, only Trini read it before the other four got there. No
Right.
one else read it, so no one else knew where she was going.
Yeah. If she would have taken the note with her, anything could have happened. I mean, Zordon could have been like, Google where Trini is. A viewing
Scan
globe.
for Trini.
And they-
Scan for any disturbances.
We cut back to...
So yeah, Jason reads the note and is like, we gotta go to the quarry.
Right. Because, like...
I think Jason's like, I'm gonna go beat up an old man.
Right, because, like, either an old man is like, come to the quarry for special training, or it's Rita's trap. Either way, Trini's gonna need help, and I think Jason is like, I'm gonna kill this old guy.
Yeah, if it's
Like,
this old guy
yeah.
being gross, he's going down.
yeah.
He's going down that quarry.
Yes, I'm gonna push him into the quarry. I'm gonna kill an old man, and I'll morph first, and no one will know it's me.
Because, like, there's never any Jason and Trini watch.
No, because
But, like,
it's
Trini is still one of Jason's best friends, and he doesn't want anything bad to happen to her. Like,
I think their interactions are all sibling,
it's like a brother-sister
and
thing.
it's not necessarily one is older or younger than the
Yeah.
other one, but
They're just looking out for each other as siblings do.
yeah, but like, I really like that.
Yeah.
I like that there is no romantic
There is
tension.
no sexual
Yeah.
tension between a male and a female
Yeah.
character.
Like they bonded over their love of karate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if they hang out just by themselves, they like watch karate videos.
Jason never really has a romance angle.
He does for one episode, and it might be episode 59 of this season.
Okay.
It might be after that. I think it's 59, if it's what I'm thinking of. But it's like here's Jason. Ooh, Jason.
Right.
Might get a special lady friend. Never brought up again. And then he leaves the show forever until Zio.
Yeah. When he comes back in Zio, it's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
And then he's in the Turbo movie.
And he's in Forever Red. Him in the Turbo movie is awesome. Because
Him and Kim.
go back to the quarry where Trini and the Mantis are fighting, and Rita's like, we cut up to the moon for a second. Rita's like, Rangers are coming. Send some putties.
You want action, do you? Here's some putties.
Here's some putties. And the putties do a pretty fine job of distracting them. Because then we go back to the quarry, and the Mantis.
Putties, like, they always get beaten, right? But they never just get handily stomped out.
No,
they always put up a fight.
Yeah, which I like, and there's infinity of them because they're made of clay.
Yeah, but they only last for like 4 minutes.
The saddest thing in the world is like, do these putties know going in? They're like, I'm just gonna get beat up for 3 minutes before I die forever.
Before I just vanish.
Do they know that, or are they just like?
It's the second one.
And then every once in a while, you get ones that are like, "Hey, I don't feel like I'm gonna die in a minute. Let's go walk into the desert." And they're like, "Yeah, I don't feel like that either. Let's leave." Now they own like a juice bar out in Cabo.
Pod Ducket.
Pod Ducket. No one else is there.
There's like 200 people in Pod Ducket.
Pod Ducket's a really small town in Texas that we drove through. That is
It's really nice. It's got brick roads, which is a really cool feature that more towns should have.
I really like Pod Ducket. Mantis does this slash thing, and Trini lands on its hands. Mm-hmm. And it is like, stop it. Get off of my hands. What are you doing? And then Trini starts like punching the eyeballs.
Slapping it in the eye face. Like, because most of its face is eyes, right? So like any headshot is most likely going to land in the eyes.
And so this is when the Mantis reveals its true color, green. And it... Dumb joke. And then it goes, this'll test your honor, and putties pop up.
Right.
And then Trini goes, what about your honor? And it goes, I have no honor.
I'm a monster, idiot.
Idiot. You're so stupid. I'm a monster. Look at me.
You might have honor, but man, you're so dumb.
My hands are literally sickles. I love that. I love that this monster is super emotionally exploitative.
Yeah.
That it like tricks Trini, and then it almost gets the jump on her because she's like, I'll fight fair. 40 putties and a blade monster, essentially. We cut back to Alpha, just watching Trini get beat up by putties for like a minute, and then that's when the timer goes off.
I didn't even notice that. I might have been starting to fall asleep a little bit.
The timer goes off on the other putties, and they disappear, and the Ranger's like, good, we took care of them. It's movie time. And remember when Jason wasn't there and it was all out of order? Mm-hmm. It was still in order, but without Saber-toothed Tiger to give me a break between Triceratops and Triceratosaurus
Rex.
Triceratosaurus. I can't even say the word anymore.
Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, Saber-toothed Tiger is like...
It's a lot of syllables, so it like gives you a second.
It's got a good rhythm to it.
Yeah, and like we're so used to it that when it goes from Triceratops to Tyrannosaurus, it's a little jarring for a second. But they morph, and then it goes over to they just pop up, and Mantis is shocked by that the Rangers beat the putties, I guess. And it's like Trini's like, this is a fair fight now. What are you gonna do?
There's no putties left though.
Because Trini killed them all. She's super competent. They're just putties, and she's mad now.
Yeah.
Because this thing said she had no honor, and then tricked her. She's gonna kill she's gonna destroy it.
So I think Kimberly's the first one to just jump at this thing. She flies in Bo first, and he like slaps her out of the air. And then they just beat it up.
And then it grows.
And still no power cannon.
Still no power. I thought we were gonna get one. And now that
that's how I felt last episode. I'm like, oh man, they need more power. They all have their weapons. They're all posing.
Power cannon.
Wrong. Make them grow.
Same thing happened because like you said it last time, and I was like, we haven't had a power cannon in like a long time. And then no power cannon. It felt like they were gonna do it and just kill it, but I liked the morphed fight. Yeah. I thought that worked really well, or the giant fight. So they grow, right, to meet the Mantis. And there's like this sweet Mexican standoff.
To meet the Mantis,
you gotta beat the Mantis. So I
realized as I started, that's really dumb what I just said.
That's backwards. But if somebody wants to draw Ric Flair as a Mantis... Here, okay, ready? Mantis, Ric Flair bathrobe, Ric Flair circa 1978 hair. Ric Flair during his feud with Dusty Rhodes,
right?
That hair, and his bathrobe. If you want to draw that and send that to us, I would love you forever. You'll get a free T-shirt.
Do it on a transparent background. I'll make it a T-shirt.
Make it a T-shirt.
You could have one.
So anyway, there's a neat little Western sound effect. There's like a Mexican standoff between Mantis and the Megazord.
Right, because the Mantis is just chilling.
It's just like waiting, and Trini's like...
I think he might be doing...
Mantis style, a little bit.
Not like the whole Karate Kid, like arms up,
right.
foot up, but like something
that's
similar
crane
to
style.
It. Was that the crane?
Yeah.
I have to watch Karate Kid again.
Yep. So Jason's like, what's it doing? And Trini's like, I wrote it down. The Mantis will concentrate its energy for a quick single blow. To which Zach replies, let's do it! Do what, Zach?
It's a bug. He just wants to kill it.
Do we have anything bigger than a sword? Can we throw the moon at it? Oh, this is like a 20-story bug. This is Zach's literal nightmare right now. They get the power sword. They start fighting. Mantis loses because that's how Power Rangers goes.
Yeah.
It was a good fight because the Mantis moved a lot quicker than because I noticed a couple episodes ago that when they're giant they move not really slow but slower to convey how big they are.
Right.
Which is the thing I would have never thought to do.
Right.
But like I just realized it. I was like, oh, they're moving slow because big things move slower because it takes longer for your
arm to move that far. Yeah.
Because it's a long distance. That's really neat. It's playing with relativity, and the Mantis almost ignores it because it's a really quick thing. Then it gets killed by a sword.
Then it just gets dead.
So
exterminated by the Megazord.
Then we go up to the moon where Rita is just beating her subordinates with her stick.
Oh, there's one point in the episode we didn't talk about this. I don't remember when it happened.
Oh, when the Mantis shames Trini, and it's like, and Babu didn't even want to do it. He goes, Babu might be my favorite villain.
He's such a goober.
He's such a goober. Oh, I miss Babu face. I wish that would be a thing that happened again. I think we're at the command center. And they're like, Trini, you did the honorable thing.
We are, because I think the episode ends here, but then it comes back.
Then it comes back. It fades out, and it comes back. And they're watching Chet Lemon on TV just talk about Power Rangers.
Because we get, like, there's, like, the Trini, good job, you did the honorable thing, and outnumbered him.
One Megazord versus one Mantis is fair fights.
That's a fair fight. But we get the do. And then we come back. To the newscast in the juice bar.
Yeah, and it's literally not saying anything new. It's just like, the Power Rangers beat another monster. Will it ever stop? There's so many monsters. What are we going to do?
Uh-oh, you guys. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So then Bulk and Skull come in. Or they're already there.
They're there. They're trying to recruit students for a cockroach food class.
$50 an hour. That's a lot of 1994 money. That's a lot of money now.
That's like $3,500 for
basically
for 2 words.
Yes. Not even a space in between them. Gross. So then the demonstration, as you can imagine, goes awry when they do a secret move that they're going to show everybody for free.
Well, because they're trying to recruit people and it's not working, so like, we need some publicity.
Right.
So let's...
I literally thought, he was like, we need some publicity. Smash the jar. Like
That's where I thought it was going to.
They're just going
to... Let the cockroaches out.
Release the roaches. So they end up doing a move called the Roach Rendezvous, which I guess is Bulk and Skull running at each other real hard.
It's just Bulk running at Skull. Yeah. They bonk heads before they separate.
Yes, they go to headbutt, and then...
Or we get the little, like, birdie sound as they walk away from each other. And then so Skull's up on the stage now.
He's recovering from the headbutt. I think the Roach Rendezvous is they run at each other, but he is dazed.
Right, because it's a rendezvous. So running at each other would be a really dumb kung fu move.
Yeah. Which makes sense for a Bulk and Skull.
Don't even do that.
No. But Skull has put the roach jar on a bench, on like a stool. And then Bulk runs at him because he forgot to run because he's got hit in the head with another human head. So he's a little dazed because obviously Bulk has a thicker skull than Skull does.
Maybe not. His name is Skull.
It's short for Skullovich. Maybe he's got a thicker
His full name was an afterthought after they named him
Oh,
Skull.
absolutely. Someone was like, what kind of name is Skull? And he was like, his real name's Eugene.
Eugene Skullovich.
Skullovich. Done. Print. They run at each other. This is when I started yelling out loud at the TV, no, stop it. Because they break the jar and the bugs get everywhere. And it's really gross.
Because they're real cockroaches.
Because they're actual cockroaches. And like the Power Rangers are just like laughing at them.
They're like kind of giggling. And I remember I said I was going to talk about something when we got there, and now I don't remember what.
Is it Zach? Zach and Trini?
It's Zach and Trini.
Trilly Watch. There was a bit of Trilly Watch.
I think that was back in the command center because Billy was trying to console her about not being honorable.
Right.
And so he was like rubbing her back and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of Trilly Watch.
Okay.
Whatever. But now we go back to we're in the juice bar. We're at the end of the episode, right? And they're watching the newscast, and Trini is training with Master Lee.
Yeah.
And then, like, she comes back up and immediately just, like, hangs on Zach. Like, not really, like, arm around him, but that kind of posture with her right hand, like, on his shoulder. I just slapped the mic. Sorry, everybody. And just, like, maybe she is a really flirty person, but I've known flirty people who haven't hung on me like that.
They're totally dating now, huh?
So...
Seems an awful lot like they're dating now.
It does. With Zach's comment at the beginning of the episode about how good she looked doing kung fu. She did look pretty good
poor
doing
Billy.
kung fu.
I hope Billy's
right in
okay.
front of him, because he was in the back of the crew at the end as he's standing right behind Trini and Zach.
Oh, that's gotta be weird.
Ugh.
Poor Billy.
Yep. Pour one out for Billy.
R.I.P. in peace, Trilly Watch. I think this is officially...
Oh, when Skull was on his back doing the roach thing down the stairs, we got the...
Yeah, the goofy death march again. Why is this related to them? I'm worried.
That's what the question mark is for.
What is this?
What is this?
What is going on? Okay, that's the end of the episode, though. Bugs
That's
everywhere.
the actual end, yep.
Okay, final thoughts. I have a final thought. Do you?
No.
I don't think so. This episode was written by the same person who wrote the last episode. Why is this one so much better than the last one?
What even...
Last one was
Jelly was
Jellyfish.
the last one. Jelly's not a bad episode.
Jelly wasn't bad, but this one had a lot more, like, jokes and a lot more, not jokes, but, like, funny things that
It was
weren't...
funnier in
yeah.
general. It felt more heavy on the unmorphed stuff.
Like, I don't know why it was so different. Maybe, you know what, now that I'm thinking of it...
This is kind of like a character developing episode.
Right.
For Trini. It's definitely a Trini spotlight, duh. I don't know, maybe Trini is this season's Adam. And that she gets all the best episodes.
All right, hold on. I might be wrong. I'm double checking something. Okay. Nope.
You're wrong?
I was wrong. It was directed by the same person. Oh, Jake, you're a dummy. It was directed by the same person.
Okay. That's much different than being written by the same person.
Yes. I was wrong, and I apologize.
That's a weird thing to me that, like, Power Rangers is a TV show, right? It's like a single thing, but, like, multiple people will write and direct it, so, like, episodes will be drastically different in weird ways.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to me.
It's television. So it works. The thing I like is that it's never super stylistically different.
Right.
But when it is, like when the director takes some initiative and does something new, like you can tell right away.
Yeah.
Like the Mexican standoff was Japanese footage, but
they probably wouldn't have used that.
right. Like I don't know if that was in the thing, but maybe he dibbed the episode because of that. He's like, I get to do some cool stuff,
Right.
You know, because like there was a lot of neat stuff, like as far as like when Trini is like practicing, like the way the shots were composed, it's just like kind of Western.
Right.
It's pretty neat. I really like this episode. Don't like the bugs at the end though.
No, that's gross, but whatever. It was 20 years ago. They're on
Yeah.
TV. They're not real bugs. I mean, they are real bugs, but they're not real to me.
Right now they're just in California plotting.
I also
breeding.
I also live with cockroaches. None that big, thank goodness.
Yeah, Florida had some bad ones. We're doing pretty good here.
Yeah, I kill like 5, 6 a day.
That's gross.
Only in my sink. They're only in the sink. I don't know where they're coming from because we sprayed everywhere around that sink.
Weird.
I'm gonna learn cockroach food. Take them all down.
Take them all down. Control them. Like that bad guy in the first episode of Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, or the Rat King
From
Ninja
Turtles?
Controls rats, but like with the Pied Piper thing.
Right. Just
Anyway.
gonna do it for us.
Yeah, we're mumbling. We're not even
Yeah.
rambling. We're just mumbling at each other at this point.
Morphingrid.tumblr.com is our website. You can email us at littledates.morphingrid@gmail.com. We're on Twitter at morphingrid. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/themorphingrid. And we're on iTunes. If you want to leave us a rating or review, we love it.
I get excited. I refresh our iTunes feed like 5 times a day, hoping that 8 turns into a 9.
I check it often. So if you leave a rating review, we will thank you profusely on air. We will read it. And if you do that, more people can see it because the higher the rating, more featured it is on iTunes. More people will see it. I'm actually going to look into doing Stitcher Radio too because apparently a lot of people are on that.
I've never heard of that.
I have only heard about it from podcasts. It's like Pandora, but with podcasts.
That sounds cool.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you probably next week. Check back Friday for a bonus episode.
Yeah, we got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, so it might be like a Frankenstein's Monster Bobo.
I could do that.
But I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Where we talk about
NXT
movie
and then casting.
NXT T-shirts, and they can hear you take a phone call. It'll be great.
Yeah, for real. That's going to do it for us for this week. Next week is going to be both of the Return of an Old Friend episodes.
Yeah, I don't know who the friend is. I hope it's Marge.
Could be anybody.
I miss Marge.
I'm hoping it's Jeremy. He was a cousin, not really a friend.
Friend to the other 4.
Yeah.
He's a friend more than he's a
We'll
cousin.
see. Who knows?
Could be anyone.
You'll just have to come back next week. But until then, may the power protect you.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Morphin.